Hey everybody, it's Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters, and today we're going to be talking about how you can cash a check when your mortgage company's name is on it. So we're about 2 months post Hurricane Ian here in Florida, and 10 to 20% of people have received initial checks, albeit some of them are low and they're undervalued, underestimated, and underpaid. Right? But many people have mortgages. So how do you handle it? How do you cash your check when their name's on it? That's what we're going to talk about today. So my name's Mike Keeler. I'm a licensed public adjuster in the state of Florida. This is how you can reach me by my cell phone, email, and website. So the first thing you're going to want to do is contact the lost draft department with your mortgage company. And you're going to tell them that you have this check for X amount of dollars and what steps do you need to take in order to get that money. All right. Depending on the amount, we're going to talk about the amounts in a couple slides. Depending on the amount of the check will depend on what they require you to do. Okay. They may ask you for an adjuster's report. There is no adjuster's report. These mortgage companies need to be more in tune as to really what these claims are about, rather than just worry about if the people are going to walk away. So there is no adjuster's report. They, if anything, submit the estimate that the insurance company gave you, or even better yet, if you're represented by a public adjuster, submit the public adjuster's estimate. And there's a reason for that. The higher, the better. Okay, there's this $40,000 threshold we got to talk about, and we will. Okay, so let's take a look at something when it comes to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So this is Fannie Mae, the servicing guide, and this is talking about insurance company proceeds. Dispersing insurance loss proceeds based on a mortgage loan status and the borrower's intent. All right, let's say you are current on your mortgage or less than 31 days delinquent. Then the servicer, aka if the insurance proceeds are less than 40 or equal to 40,000, the servicer, meaning the mortgage company, is authorized to release the insurance proceeds in one payment. Now, I'm going to get into this at the conclusion. Now, let's look at the second point. Let's say your check is greater than 40, is authorized to release an initial disbursement of insurance loss proceeds up to the greater of 40%, 33% of the insurance loss proceeds, or the amount by which the release funds exceed the sum of the UPB, accrued interest, and advances. And they're authorized to disperse any remaining funds based on the periodic inspections of the progress of the repair of the work. Okay. We're going to go through this at the conclusion on how to handle this. Now, I'm also going to put this at the end of the description on my YouTube video so that you can link this if you need to refer back for the mortgage company. So if you're enjoying this video and want to see more videos like this, please give this a like and subscribe to the channel. So the mortgage company usually will want to pay out one third when the work starts, one third at the beginning when you've started working, and one third at the end. Now, if it's over 40,000, they may require contractors their license, their estimates, W-9s. All right, it's really going to depend on the individual mortgage company. Okay, so dealing with the mortgage company, once you got through all the hellish actions dealing with the insurance company, now you're faced with dealing with the mortgage company who's putting up a roadblock to you getting all your money. So a couple things. I'm going to link, as I mentioned in my description on the YouTube video, the Fannie Mae guidelines. So if your insurance company, let's say your check is $80,000, your insurance company or your mortgage company can and should at least give you 40% or 33 and a third or whichever is greater, right? Give that to your mortgage company. If they're not abiding by that, call Fannie Mae, file a complaint, do whatever you have to do. These mortgage companies make it difficult for people, all right? The other thing is, once you start, if they, whatever the amount they give you up front, once you start the repairs, call them. Call up the mortgage company and say, hey, I've got the repairs starting. I need you to do an inspection so I can get the other part of my money. And then once everything's basically done, you call them for the final round. Now, the under $40,000 crowd, you're still going to find, so if you get a check for $35,000, you're going to find that some of these mortgage companies are still going to try and play this game about giving a percentage. Same thing applies. Send this to the mortgage company. According to Fannie Mae's guidelines, they can disperse the check, and they should disperse it. Sign off on it, send it back to you. Some do, some don't. But now that everybody's getting some checks now and some money from the Hurricane Ian claims, this is starting to become another issue because people are like, wait a minute. If my roofer doesn't get the money now, I'm going to be behind 3 months because they're so busy and they're trying to get supplies. All these things come into play. Mortgage companies, you should also use this. Say, hey, listen, I understand what your guidelines are. This was a Cat 5 storm. This isn't just a simple water leak. I'm going to ask that you defer your normal policies and issue the check in whole. Even if that check's $120,000, give it a shot. So listen, this shouldn't apply. This is an emergency situation. This is a state of emergency by the Florida governor with the Cat 5 storm, and see if they just give you all the money. You've got to try different things with these mortgage companies because they're just as bad as the insurance companies a lot of times. So anyhow, hopefully that was helpful with the mortgage companies. I'm going to have the link in my description. So again, my name's Mike Keeler, licensed public adjuster here in Florida, dealing with a lot of these hurricane claims. That's been keeping me completely busy. Here's my cell phone, email, and website. Thank you.